Hey, what's up guys, it's Zero here and welcome back to my Zero for Hero series. Today we're going to be looking at breeding up our Paracers that we found in our episode, 2 episodes ago. And yeah, but before we get to that there, I'd just like to ask if you could click that thumbs up button and comment below. Also subscribe and turn on notifications, that would be awesome. Also stay tuned for what we're going to be taming till the end to find out what we're going to be taming on our next episode. So in our previous episode we went through a bit of an XP run through the island, just maybe about 10 or 12 of the XP notes on our Trandon, get that leveled up. We also in the process leveled ourselves up 16 levels, so up to, well, about to be 78 levels here. That opens up an awful lot of opportunity for ourselves in terms of what we're going to be doing moving forward. So we're up to level 78, which is the Moses Source saddle, which is great, but also allows us to get things like the Fault if needs be, the Rex saddle, the Theracean saddle, different sorts of platforms. It also opens up the Tranquilizer darts and the RG saddle, also Allosaurus saddle. So there's a lot of things that we are moving towards. We're nowhere near ready for any of it, but I just like to have the opportunity to basically have those levels if I ever do need them. So, but yeah, also the plan for this episode is to extend the base out a little bit. We are going to move from this base probably the next, I'd say, 3 to 4 episodes. But what I've been planning to do is I'm thinking about the bosses essentially and some of the caves. I want to test a certain dino in the caves, and then maybe also if I can get a good level, I'll check them for the bosses and see how they go. But for that there I need beer barrels, and for that there I need space. I need to raid some beaver dams to get some more cementing paste. I need some more metal. So whilst we're breeding up the Paracers, we're going to extend at the base a little bit. We're also going to go on a bit of a metal run, a bit of a raid with our Trandons and annoy some of the beavers. But yeah, should be able to extend out to where the Paracer's currently sitting. And yeah, I'll bring you back guys once we're ready. So this guard's about to pop. We have extended the base out just down to where she was sort of standing. I've had to move the Moshaps and the Raptors out of the way, but we've about 20 seconds or so left to go. In terms of the goals from why we are imprinting this here, it's just simply because I've never done it before. They are funny looking creatures, but they have massive weight capacity, which is great. The one downside is they are fairly slow in terms of moving, but the breeding and the imprinting should help with that. So where'd you go? Oh, right behind us. So this is a miniature version of the mum and dad. Nothing really changed. Bit of a funny looking face. And it looks like you get the stats from the mum mostly, so the health and the weight I think are both from the mum, so which is great. But like I said, the movement speeds where we're going to be concentrating on mainly for the imprinting. Once we do start moving across the end, I'd rather not take a long time to do that there, so we can get moving a bit quicker. Would be great. Obviously the other Paracers aren't going to be able to keep up, so I will be leveling them up a little bit, mostly just in speed though. I've already leveled them up in terms of weight and stamina for the ones I was using at the time. But we'll get some berries on this girl, and then I'll bring this back for the first imprint. I'm not going to bring this back for every imprint, just the first one and the last one, I think. So yes guys, so with 30 seconds left of this, I don't know how many imprints it's going to take on my settings. I'd imagine it's going to be quite a lot. If the Trandon, which is a much smaller creature, took 3, I would imagine this is probably going to take about 10. Any more than that there, and it'll be a bit frustrating. It's quite a lot of time. It's 16 or 17 minutes per imprint, but it does give us an awful lot of time to gather resources for our brewery, so it's not so bad. So yeah, this guy just wants a cutout, which is great. So it's 14%. What's that give us? That gives us 7, maybe 8 imprints, which isn't too bad. So yeah, a couple of good stats are actually a good burst on her health and her weight. Also the movement speed is increased, which is the main goal of this. So yeah guys, I'm just going to continue on expanding out in the base, or putting the roof on, getting the beer barrels going. For the beer barrels, it's 6 hours per one beer, so quite a lot of time, especially on solo play. If I was on a server, I could let it run obviously overnight and things like that, and it wouldn't be too much of a hassle. But in single player, it's just the time you're in game. So I'm going for 12 beer barrels, which does require a lot of resources. But I'll bring these back once we have those ready. So yeah, yes guys, we're on our last imprint here. There's about 2 minutes left on this girl. Like I said, I've got most of the beer barrels in. We're up to 10. So I was aiming for 12, got 10, still a few more to do. I did break the base a few times trying to put these in and getting the pipes in and things like that, so that was a bit frustrating. It was a lot more sort of crafting and resource hauling than I wanted, but we're up there. I will have 10 there already. Brewing, which is great. 2 more still, 2 to go. I think this one here is, yeah, a few beers or so. We're maybe a third of the way through on that one. So we'll get this last imprint on this girl, and then I'll get a few more, the last 2 beer barrels crafted up. Let's see what's she looking. So yeah, I'll bring us back once we're ready here with this one. So welcome back guys, so a couple of seconds left in this one. It's just been a fairly easy tame so far. No up until this point, fairly easy tame. So this is the first time I've had to use a cryopod on her. Everything else has been sort of berries and cuddles and walks. So we'll see, hopefully this here helps us. So there you go, for a walk. So that's the part of the cryopod guys. So if you are breeding and imprinting, I would recommend, even if you are low level, once you get that chance to get a cryopod, do it, just because it saves you so much hassle and time. I'd have been quite annoyed if I didn't have a cryopod and just waiting for kibble on the last imprint. So get this girl, that's her fully imprinted now. Still a little bit more to mature until we're able to use her. But air movement speed 122, health 9,500, weight's about 1600, damage is quite good as well, but that's not going to be a big issue. So I've already went ahead and crafted up the platform saddle. So yeah, the platform saddle, these allow you to build basically bases on them, so like mobile base, which is great. I'm gonna put it on just the mum, just until we can put the base on the main one. But yeah, I've went ahead and updated the settings on my game, and I'm allowed maximum platforms on the saddle, so it shouldn't have had too many build limits, which is great. But yeah, it won't be anything too major on this one, guys. I'm just going to a few foundations, a few walls. So as you can see, this girl's fully imprinted now, fully bred up. We've got the saddle on her. I went ahead and put some foundations and walls and the dino kit on as well, just to see how it all looks a bit weird, to be honest. I've had a few issues with the Moshops sort of glitching out of the base. I've also had the Pteranodon sort of sitting on it without the walls, and it's sort of fallen off but not falling off at the same time, so once I start moving it come back onto the platform. Is a bit of a weird glitch, which I'm not massively fan of, to be honest. But yeah, so whilst I was offline, waiting for that to be fully imprinted and fully matured, I did take a little scout around the island just to see, just around here mainly, to see if there's anything worth taming, and something has caught my eye, and it is a 140 Chalicotherium. I'm hoping it's still here. It was a male, and it's also that would also be quite useful in terms of quite beneficial. I found this here after breeding, after getting the beers crafting, so we'll still have a few hours to wait for them to brew up. But if this guy's still here, then I think our next episode is going to be taming him, which would be fantastic. So let's see, where is he? So yeah, it's just over here. But yeah, guys, I think that's gonna be pretty much it for this episode. It's quite a short episode, only 10 minutes, I think, so maybe 20, maybe 15 minutes. It won't be that long. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it, guys. So if you can like and subscribe, that'd be great. If you can comment, that would also be great as well. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one. Thanks.